So at some level, what we're trying to do is to be that organizing party that pulls all that data together and help people be one step ahead of the bad guys.
Now, can we talk about this collective defense, Johan? You and I have spoken about it. You know, we were off stage speaking about it a few minutes ago. Can you talk to us about how we do this, how we can do this better? Christopher has just mentioned this as well with Recorded Future. What does it look like in practice? Because there are lots of different groups, collective groups around there. I know that, I see that. How can we be better at doing what we do so that we are winning when it comes to the threats out there?
So let me pull on the analogy a little bit further of Christopher's neighborhood with a lock. So let's say we have a break-in in somebody's house in our neighborhood. The first thing we will want to do is just to warn the rest of the neighbors to say, if you have a similar lock, there's a weakness and somebody may come in. So you want to fix that. Then we want to go to the manufacturers of that lock and say, you need to fix this thing because everybody else may be vulnerable, just to put it in very practical terms. So if you think about that analogy for us in the world of financial services, if we see somebody experiencing a cyber attack, we want to understand the signatures of that attack, and we want to make sure that gets to every single financial institution across the world as fast as possible. So the elements of doing that means you need scale, you need technology, and you need speed. I mean, so we need a system where these things are all connected to get this information as accurate, as fast as possible out there. The other thing you need is, you need to create a safe environment where the neighbor will be willing to share the fact that they have been hacked or that they've been broken into, which is a big deal for us in cyber nowadays, because that need for people to say, I had a breach and I need to warn the rest of the ecosystem. So there's work we need to do with regulators, there's work we need to do with technology, and then scale. And that's a big part of what we want to do with Recorded Future's technology platform. It has all of those capabilities to actually facilitate that flow back and forth to do that. But we really want to encourage everybody in the ecosystem to come talk to us about how do we do this together. Come join the conversation. We want to listen and learn from you as to how we can do this better.
Maybe I'll also add a point about, so on the intelligence side, because some of the things we've now talked about is sort of waiting for bad things to happen over there and then quickly pull that together so I can share it. The other aspect of what we do on with Recorded Future and intelligence is a little bit more James Bondy, if you want, where we will actually infiltrate the communities of the bad guys. And that could be cyber criminals, in whether they are on Telegram. You know, that's sort of, by the way, where a lot of this sort of knowledge gets transferred around these days. So be careful if you have Telegram on your phone, or other sort of forums they use, or if it's nation states, North Koreans, Iranians, Chinese, Russians, you know, figuring out how you sort of infiltrate what they're doing, and then actually learning what they're up to, what sort of targets they're going after, how they're doing it, and then put that together in a way where we can get that to a government or a bank or what have you, so they can take advantage of that information before the bad guy shows up.